He said there were tears flying all over. It was just a monumental moment for the community, and he was just so proud to be a part of that and to be the head coach of this school. Now he's back. History's been a little different lately for the Tigers. They've been able to kind of build off of this success in the last few years. They've had some very good basketball teams coming off a district championship just 1 year ago. Coach Brink deciding to come back after Coach French decided to take another route with his career, and he has the Tigers currently with a record of 24-1 and back in the district final. This is going to be a great matchup here today. Let's take a moment now to meet today's starters. First for the visiting Cardinal Mooney Cardinals. Number 22, Mick Hergenrother, senior guard for this Mooney team. Hergenrother, one of the best scorers we have here in the area. They also have number 35, Drew Pecchia, number 32, Jack Pepperney, number 23, Ashton O'Brien, and as you noted earlier, number 2, Rocco Turner, a sharpshooter here for this Cardinals team. He's really going to be kind of that unsung hero if Mooney can come out on top today.
Yeah, I think everybody looks at Mick Hergenrother, the senior guard and the leader from the beginning. But, Rocco Turner is going to be a big addition in the starting lineup. He's just a sophomore, but it doesn't show it on the court. He's hit 61 threes this season. So Springfield, no pun intended, has got to be wary of Rocco Turner beyond the arc.
Now let's meet the starting lineup today for the Springfield Tigers. Number 13, Adam Wary. Number 20, Bo Brungard. Number 15, Shondell Gardner. Number 30, Jacob Joyce. And the big man down low, number 14, Alex Rothwell. We were talking about it pregame. Rothwell's going to be the biggest guy on the court at all times here today, standing at 6'6". Mooney has two guys standing at 6'4", and Jack Phillips and Zaire Hill. Neither of those guys starting here today. Biggest starter is Drew Pecchia, who I'm sure will be guarding Rothwell down low. It'll be a great matchup. Rothwell certainly kind of salivating at this matchup on paper, thinking he'll have his way down low. But this Mooney team, you look at them from up here, they have a lot of brute guys. They're strong. They're a strong team. They're in this position for a reason, looking to play the upset bid here today. Winner of this game will play Campbell Memorial in the regional final on Wednesday.
Yeah, and a big win for Campbell last night. You were able to attend that ball game, and Campbell's one of the best teams in the area. Man, would it be fun to see the winner of this game take on Campbell.
I'm going to take that a step further. I'd say Campbell's one of the best teams in the state.
Yeah,
their athleticism is off the charts. Definitely to be able to see one of these teams battle off with them next round. And I think the biggest takeaway from that matchup is that we're guaranteed to have a local team in the regional final. And that's honestly not too common as of late, especially on the boys basketball side here in the Mahoning Valley.
Yeah, I think it's really hard for a lot of the Valley teams to win a lot of their districts. Especially getting to the regional as well, because once you get into that regional semi and regional final, you're taking on teams like Akron, St. Vincent, St. Mary, Brush, a team up there.
Lutheran East, Richmond Heights. Up north, they have their team that really dominates in every single division.
Yeah, they're more basketball schools up north in the Akron area and the Cleveland area. We're more known for our football down here in the Youngstown area, but that doesn't take away from what some of the basketball teams have done. Obviously, Springfield's 24-1 this season. Unfortunately, dropped their final regular season game of the year, or else they would have been undefeated right now, 25-0.
Yeah, that's really one of those games where it could really hurt a team or it can really help a team. I always say this, especially on the football side, like my Hubbard Eagles, where I'm from, called their football games. They lost their last regular season game, and it's one of those things where you'd rather lose that first game during the regular season and feel the taste of defeat and know how to come back from it than facing that first loss during the postseason and really not being able to regroup at all. So the Springfield team has definitely rebounded since losing to LeBray by just 1 point in the final game of their regular season. The Tigers, they've been battle-tested. They're ready to take on the Cardinals here today.
Something really cool that they just did in pregame warm-ups and pregame introductions. The PA announcer here at Salem announced player by player on both sides. So he alternated from a Springfield guy to a Mooney guy. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Usually just goes straight down the line, 5 guys, here's your starting lineup, but he alternated from Mooney to Springfield. Very cool, and getting both environments involved.
Yep, I was going to say, that's one way to get both crowds into it. Both student sections ready. We're just about ready to begin. Pecchia, Rothwell on the jump. Hype has been built. Now ready for both teams to settle it here on the hardwood. Division III district final. Springfield, Mooney. Tip won by the Cardinals. Mick Hergenrother bringing it up the court. Springfield settling that man-to-man defense as they run so much this season. The Springfield team, another thing that they've done pretty good with this season is guarding the perimeter. So if Mooney can get these three-pointers off, that'll be big early on.
Yeah, look for Rocco Turner on the drive and kick.
And a travel will be called on Jack Pepperney down low early on. That's going to give the ball to Springfield.
Yeah, a little bit of some nerves from Mooney there offensively. Kind of saw Hergenrother try and drive in, but Springfield with a nice little possession there on defense, they'll get the ball back.
Full court 1-2-2 zone incorporated by Mooney. That's something that you're going to have to do to slow this Springfield team down. It's the same thing we saw last night with Jefferson. If you tuned into that game with Ty Bartell, the Falcons ran a full court 1-2-2 to start the game against Camel. But once Camel built momentum, as Adam Wary gets Springfield on the board first, as Camel started to build that momentum and get out and run, Jefferson was kind of helpless. The Cardinals down on the other end. Another travel will be called, this time on Pecchia. So, as you said, Richie, jitters might be starting to flow a little bit for the Cardinals early on. 2 travels, 2 turnovers to start the game.
And you got 2 sophomores in the starting 5 for Mooney. So we've talked about the postseason experience for the Springfield Tigers the past couple of years. They've been in this position 3 or 4 times for the majority of their starting 5, but Mooney's got some guys that are brand new to this type of environment here tonight.
I think someone that can really be a poster child for that is Bo Brungard. He's been a 4-year starter here for Springfield. This is his 3rd district final he's played in. Brungard actually took the potential game-winning shot in the regional final his freshman year against Richmond Heights. That one just rimmed in and out for him, and Springfield ended up losing that game. 3 ball from the corner. That one no good. Rebounded by Brungard. Just underway here from Salem. Division III district final. Nice find down low to Joyce from Wary. Bounced off the rim twice. Rims out. Mooney now coming the other way. Hergenrother dishing it out. 3 ball from the right wing. No good. Rebound goes to Brungard.
Yeah, both teams with some really good looks here in the first opening possession. Just got to knock those down as the game goes on.
Gardner, another good look. He can't capitalize from the corner. Rebound goes to Ashton O'Brien. As you had mentioned in the pregame show, Richie, a lot of multi-sport athletes for both teams here today. O'Brien and Brungard, both quarterbacks for their respective squads this year. Hergenrother driving inside on Brungard. Floater off glass, no good. Rebounded by Alex Rothwell. Brungard now with it. Mooney settling into this man-to-man set. Gardner on the right wing. Springfield, they've done a great job all year moving without the ball. Brungard's 3 ball can't go. And that's really what's set up so much of their success. We see game in, game out. The Tigers get so many open looks because all their guys do a great job of kind of not having bricks on their feet, as you would say. They do a great job moving without the ball.
Yeah, they do. I mean, you saw that opening possession where Bo Brungard with the back screen to Wary. Nice little slide cut underneath to the block, and they were able to get the first 2 of the ball game as it's still 2-0 with under 5 minutes left to play in the first.
Over in the corner, another 3 from O'Brien. That one rims out. We'll stay down here with Mooney. Last touched by Jacob Joyce. We had noted Mooney 13-2 this year when holding opponents under 50 points. That's been a key to their success. Hergenrother looking for Pecchia down low. A little bit too much on the pass. It'll go back to the Tigers. And another foul will be called on Mooney. That'll be the 2nd team foul. That one will be called on Mick Hergenrother. That'll be his 2nd. So that'll be something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that's a huge foul against Hergenrother, who's been the leading scorer all year long. They're going to keep him in the ball game.
Jackson Menno now checking in for Ashton O'Brien. Shondell Gardner dishes it off to Bo Brungard just inside half court. Springfield coming off a 53-28 victory over Garfield. Mooney coming off a 64-42 victory over Liberty. Joyce driving inside. A blocking foul will be called. That'll be the third foul on Mick Hergenrother. He's going to have to take a seat now.
Yeah, he already knows that he's going over to his own bench. That's a huge loss for Mooney, especially because that's their senior leader on the floor. A guy who's played 3 out of the 4 years in Mooney, and that's a tough loss for the Cardinals here in the first quarter.
James Campbell will have to check in for Hergenrother. Rothwell can't handle the inbounds. Mooney now coming the other way. Campbell right away. Floater rims in and out. Rebound goes to Rothwell. Mooney's going to go the first 4 minutes of our ball game here today without getting a score.
Yeah, and it's not like they haven't had good looks either. I mean, they've had some wide open threes. They just haven't been able to take advantage on the offensive side.
Rims haven't been friendly early on here in Salem.
No, they have not.
Brungard pulling it out. Now over to Shondell Gardner. Gardner, the only non-senior starter for this Springfield team. As you had noted, this Tigers team, a lot of experience on the court right now in big games. Rothwell with it now. Wary being face guarded by Jack Pepperney. It's definitely someone you want to take out of the game if you're Mooney. Gardner, step back three. No good. Rebound goes to Campbell. If you're just now tuning in, 3 early fouls on Mick Hergenrother for Mooney. Had to take a seat on the bench. No team fouls for Springfield just yet. There's your first team foul on Bo Brun. Actually, no, it'll go the other way.
Yeah, they're going to say Rocco Turner stepped on that baseline. It's a good job by Bo Brungard, who trailed a little bit, was able to catch up. Then he blocked off the baseline for Turner, and that results in an out-of-bounds turnover by Rocco Turner.
Tigers get it in the front court. Wary for 3. No good.
Yeah, a little bit hesitant on there. Should have taken that first shot. He thought about it while he stepped back.
Turner now back out to Pepperney. Who will give it off to James Campbell. Mooney going to have to get Turner open looks here. But honestly, you're going to have to get to the basket first. Nice job here by Pecchia. Doesn't get that one to fall, but the Cardinals get an offensive rebound back out to Pecchia. That one's a little bit short, rebounded by Rothwell. Tough going early on here for both squads. Two teams that usually can score the ball pretty good, struggling early on. Brungard going to muscle his way to the hoop and get that one to fall. There we go. Cardinals finally getting on the scoreboard. Nice answer there by Rocco Turner. Only a sophomore. Definitely going to be a leader for this Cardinals team for years to come. Brungard slips. Travel will be called. Sean Guerrero now going to check in for Jacob Joyce. Guerrero actually started over Joyce in the district semifinal.
You know, we talked about in the pregame show, Romo, that this was going to be a low-scoring defensive battle, but I really didn't think it'd be this low-scoring here in the first quarter with about 1:30 left to play. We only have 6 combined points between the two squads.
Springfield, still, they've played great defense all year long. Continue it here in the first quarter. Another 3-ball rims out for Mooney. Rebound to the Tigers. They now get it in the front court in the hands of Adam Wary. Guarded by Ashton O'Brien. Brungard coming off the screen. Nice fine down low to Rothwell. And one. They're going to call a travel beforehand. I don't know, Richie, if I've ever seen so many travels called in the first quarter of a basketball game.
I have not either. I mean, the first 3 possessions of the ball game, 2 out of the 3 were traveling violations. There's another one there. I think it just has to, I think it kind of relates to a lot of the nerves that these guys have on the floor right now.
This is a very big game for both schools, coming off of district championships last year. O'Brien now guarded by Wary. Springfield still running some man-to-man defense. Shondell Gardner with the steal for the Tigers. Nice Euro left-hand layup, no good. Rebound by Rothwell. His putback goes in the hoop. 6-2, Tigers now on top. Turner now gets Rothwell to go by. His baseline jumper goes through. 6-4. 20 seconds remain in our first quarter. Springfield looking to hold for the last shot. Over to Gardner in the corner. Back out to Wary. Under 10 seconds now. Wary gets doubled. Trying to drive baseline. Over to Rothwell. That one goes through right before the buzzer. And at the end of one quarter, Springfield on top of Cardinal Mooney by a score of 8-4. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
We are Kent State in the Valley. Start and finish one of more than 25 bachelor's or associate degree programs, or start one of Kent State's 280 majors. With low tuition, public, and plenty of scholarship opportunities, we will help you maximize your education and minimize student debt. Enjoy the benefits of a smaller campus with all the opportunities of a large university. Save money, stay close to home. Apply today by visiting kent.edu/Trumbull.
Coca's Pizza, always supporting our community and our local athletes. Stop in on game day or score big and have it delivered right to your door. Check out our daily specials at cocaspizza.com. That's Coca's Pizza, we serve it hot.
Welcome back. Salem High School site of the Division III District Final between the Springfield Tigers and the Cardinal Mooney Cardinals. Anthony Romo, Richie Giuliano on the call here from Quaker Country today. Very low scoring first quarter. Both teams struggled with some turnovers early on. A little bit of jitters having to be flushed out by both squads. Rocco Turner has all 4 points for Mooney in the first quarter. Alex Rothwell, 4 points for himself for Springfield, as Adam Wary from the top of the key get that 3 to go, but he'll get his own rebound.
Well, you got to credit Cardinal Mooney, who shut down one of the best offenses in the Valley in Springfield. They're doing a great job off the ball, moving and helping defensively.
Rothwell going to muscle his way to the hoop there. 6 points now. Alex Rothwell, our leading scorer early on.
Yeah, I think that's something that Coach Brink emphasized in the huddle. Obviously, Rothwell has a 4-inch height advantage on the floor between every other player with Cardinal Mooney. So let's try and work it around the perimeter and dump it down low to Rothwell.
O'Brien driving inside. Shot doesn't fall, but a blocking foul will be called. Ashton O'Brien now will head to the free throw line. Our first free throws that'll be attempted here today. O'Brien, 6'2" sophomore. Foul was called on Sean Guerrero. Second free throw falls. Especially if the game stays low scoring like this, free throws are going to become that much more important. Gardner looking for Rothwell on the high post. Finds Wary down low. Can't pull that one in. Jump ball will be called. Possession arrow goes to Mooney.
Yeah, it's back-to-back possessions where Springfield works around the arc, and then they run a little cross screen on the block, and that's where they're getting that action down low. That's where they're trying to feed it down low to either Bo Brungard, who's a beast and an animal, and then you got Alex Rothwell, another guy who's 6'6". So they're really trying to work that inside game here in the second quarter so they can establish the perimeter game going forward.
Back into the game for Mooney. Mick Hergenrother with 3 fouls. 3 ball from Rocco Turner doesn't fall. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Brungard over to Wary. Back to Bo. 6:16 remains here in our second quarter. Winner of this game will advance to play the Campbell Memorial Red Devils Wednesday night at Canton McKinley High School.
Yeah, Mooney's really trying to slow Springfield down. They've been running this 2-3 extended zone where they're playing beyond the perimeter.
Wary, nice find to Rothwell, and he'll throw that one down. Lead back up to 6. Rothwell showing out early on here in the first half. Usually it's Brungard or Wary that'll be the leading scorer. Here it's Rothwell. Blocking foul will be called on Wary. Springfield crowd not having that at all.
That's a good crowd. Good call, though, by the officials. Wary was still moving. Tried to draw the contact by falling back. That's a good call, in my opinion. I think that Wary was still moving when he tried to take that charge.
Drew Pecchia checking back into the game for Mooney. Jackson Meno over to Ashton O'Brien. 5 minutes, 20 seconds remain in our second quarter. Mick Hergenrother just inside half court, guarded by Brungard. It's been tough going early on the offensive end for Mooney. They've had the looks, they just haven't had them fall yet. And as I say that, Ashton O'Brien knocks down the 3 ball, makes it a 1-possession game.
Yeah, that's where Mooney's going to have to live. You're not going to be able to penetrate inside, especially with the help side defense of Rothwell and Bo Brungard. So Mooney's going to have to hit some big-time threes to stay in this ball game.
Shot blocked! Out of bounds, it'll go to the Cardinals. Nice job by Meno getting back, blocking the shot of Joyce. Last off of Joyce, and it'll go back to Mooney. This Cardinals team definitely the underdog coming into today's matchup. They're holding their own with this Springfield team. And a foul called on Alex Rothwell. That'll be his first, team's third. Meno will be the inbounder. Gets it to Mick Hergenrother. Back to Meno. Really rose up on that block of Joyce on the last possession. Turner for 3 from the top of the key. Way off. Rebound goes to Jacob Joyce.
Yeah, that was a rush shot there by Rocco Turner. You want to see that extra pass. He had a guy open on the wing, but I mean, we mentioned he hit 61 threes coming into the ball game. Obviously, the scouting report out on Turner that he could shoot, and Springfield's doing a good job getting a hand up in his face beyond the perimeter.
Wary from the corner. 3 ball rims out. Last off of Joyce. It'll go back to Cardinal Mooney.
Yeah, I think Cardinal Mooney's been doing a really good job underneath the boxing out. I mean, they're undersized, as we mentioned a time or two, and I think they're doing a really good job of finding their defender, boxing out, and not allowing for too many second chances by Springfield here in this first half.
Hergenrother takes the screen from Pecchia. Has a man in the corner. That 3 ball no good. Rebound goes to Wary. Springfield pushing. Nice job by Hergenrother. Cutting off Wary's lane to the hoop. Offensive rebound to Rothwell. Back out to Gardner. His 3. No good. Rebound 1 to Pepperny. Another foul will be called on Springfield. That one will be called on Bo Brungard. That'll be his first, Springfield's 4th. So early on, it it was Mick Hergenrother with all three team fouls still for Cardinal Mooney. Ever since then, the Cardinals have played very well on the defensive end, not getting anyone else in foul trouble, and it's been Springfield who's been kind of undisciplined here in the first half. Hergenrother, mid-range jumper, no good. Pecchia tries to save it, right into the hands of Rothwell. 2:53 remaining in our second quarter. Down low to Jake Joyce. Back out to Bo Brungard now. Brungard, 1,000-point scorer for this Springfield team. Over to Wary, his three. No good.
And these rims are tough or what? I mean, we haven't seen a friendly roll yet.
Only 2 first-half points for Adam Wary. Hergenrother over to Peppernew. Wary trying to come from behind to force the steal. Mooney gets it back, finds O'Brien in the corner, and he capitalizes. All tied up at 12. Ashton O'Brien, 8 first-half points for Mooney. Gardner over to Rothwell now on the high post. Back out to Gardner. Under 2 minutes now remaining in our first half. Brungard pass too high for Joyce.
And that's a prime example of what Coach Palermo has done a great job in this first half. They're fronting every single forward for Springfield, not allowing them to get the ball in for an easy access pass. They're making them go over the top, and those passes are really tough, especially when you're beyond the perimeter like that. So credit Coach Palermo and the game plan he has here in this first half against Springfield. There's nothing that has been easy for the Tigers here in the first 2 quarters.
But also, I think that really shows how good of a job Rothwell has done when he's gotten the ball in his hands, because the help side defense has also been great for Mooney in the first half. They are completely collapsing every time Springfield gets it down low, but Rothwell's height is just proving to be too much here, because he's scored almost every time he shot the ball here down low. It's just been everyone else has struggled here for Springfield in the first half.
Yeah, you're right. Their shooting has not been nearly as good as they have been all season long. I mean, we've seen Wary miss a couple open threes.
Gardner.
Brungard and Gardner miss a couple open threes. You just don't see that very often. So I think Mooney's just got him off the rhythm right now defensively.
Our other district final game last night, Camel against Jefferson. That was a 1-point game at half, 32-31, Camel on top. But at the end of the day, Camel ended up winning that one by 20. The Red Devils also another team with only 1 loss. So we'll see if Springfield can kind of propel in the second half, or if Mooney can keep this momentum going into the break and throughout this ball game.
Yeah, Mooney's just slowing this ball game down. As you've seen, Springfield has not been able to establish any rhythm because of this 3-2 zone. I mean, it's very elongated possessions, and that's where Springfield struggles a little bit. When they get hot and they start swinging it around and hitting threes, that's when they're at the best of their game. But, I mean, it's just a lot of stalling offensively because it's hard to penetrate this zone of Mooney.
Rothwell, cross-court pass to Brungard. Back down to Rothwell. Mooney collapses. Bow for 3. Rims in and out. O'Brien on the other end. 8 first-half points for Ashton O'Brien. 2 3 balls and 2 free throws. Turner back out to Hergenrother. Under 1 minute to go here in our first half. Ashton O'Brien guarded heavily by Adam Wary. Hergenrother for 3. Rims in and out on the other end. I don't know what they did to these hoops this morning, Richie.
I think Campbell's looking at this game saying, thank goodness we don't play at Salem.
Wary driving baseline, shot blocked by Pecchia. Hergenrother gets it in the front court, over to O'Brien. Throws that one up off glass, no good. Rebound to Pecchia. Off the glass, doesn't fall. He'll head to the line for 2 free throws. I think something that really attests to this Mooney defense early on is the schedule that they played in the regular season. You don't even really have to schedule out of conference. In their conference, you have Cheney and you have Ursuline, 2 of the fastest paced teams here in the Valley. When you play teams like that twice a season, it sets your program up for years ahead to play other teams like this, because you know you're going to at least get 4 contests every year against teams that play this type of style.
Yeah, you're right. And another team that sticks out is Harding, another team that plays this type of style. And then West Branch. West Branch is a sharpshooting team, so I think Mooney playing them really helps out because Springfield obviously could shoot the 3-ball really well.
Gardner's pass deflected, stolen by the Cardinals. 3 seconds remain. O'Brien gets it in the front court at the buzzer. Good! Ashton O'Brien gives Mooney a 4-point lead heading into the break. It was all Cardinal Mooney here in the second quarter. Springfield gonna have to regroup. The Tigers in danger here at halftime, following their second loss of the season. Both crowds on their feet applauding the effort from both teams in the first half. When we come back, we'll have first half stats and analysis here from Salem.
My guy keeps it 100% of the time. He wants all 100, won't settle for 99. And it's more than stats because there's people in those numbers. And I was one of the lost sheep. I'm so glad he cares for all 100. I'm 100% safe, 100% free, 100% love. I can be 100% me. He gave all 100 when they put him up on that tree. That's 100% passion for 100% free. So if I play in front of 100, or if I play in front of 2, there's an audience of 1 getting 100% of what I can do.
21 News.
Valley reaction. Why the police chief
expand
reporters you trust.
Mahoning in Trumbull
Wilmington restaurant.
Recovering from a
telling
broken
more local stories.
A community in Niles
here in Youngstown, right
around our valley.
Here at the University of Dayton,
because you expect
a storybook ending for the Kennedy
this evening. That will push away as we go
through. More local news
in Mercer County
before they become life-threatening.
21 News, locally owned, locally connected.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring. And, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Every one of our vehicles has undergone our own 126-point inspection, so it passes the most important inspection, yours. No other dealership has the extra inventory, gives you extra for your trade, and goes the extra mile for you. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
For a great vehicle and a great experience, come to Boardman Mitsubishi today. As always, our full lineup of Mitsubishi models comes with a standard 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Boardman Mitsubishi, your hometown Mitsubishi dealer since 1999.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Coca's Pizza, always supporting our community and our local athletes. Stop in on game day or score big and have it delivered right to your door. Check out our daily specials at cocaspizza.com. That's Coca's Pizza, we serve it hot.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Working with your family can be stressful at times, but because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
High-res futurecast shows steady snow for the next few hours.
Still just downright cold.
It is bitter out there.
Several strong bands of lake effect snow.
Wind is kind of the big story today as well.
So if you need a more detailed winter forecast on WFMJ.com and the Storm Tracker 21 app.
As fine as the eye can see, the finest hardwoods from the finest trees. Made for your home and within your means, Baird Brothers will help fulfill your dreams. Let life and light come shining through in quiet morns. And heavy traffic, too. Find your easy-to-afford fine hardwood floors and doors and more at BairdBrothers.com.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local, independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
It's a new year at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi with huge savings on over 350 fully inspected vehicles. We have cars, trucks, SUVs, minivans, and work vehicles. We don't have it, our team will find it. We aim for 100% credit approval with payments as low as $99 per month. And as always, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. For a great vehicle and a great experience, come see why everyone is stopping by at Acura Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi.
Coca's Pizza, proud to announce our pizza buffet's back every Wednesday at our Boardman and Campfield locations. Adults only $7.99 and kids only $4.99, and $2 beer starting at 8 o'clock. That's Coca's Pizza, we serve it hot.
My guy keeps it 100% of the time. He wants all 100, won't settle for 99. And it's more than stats, because there's people in those numbers. And I was one of the lost sheep. I'm so glad he cares for all 100. I'm 100% safe, 100% free, 100% love. I can be 100% me. He gave all 100 when they put him up on that tree. That's 100% passion for 100% free. So if I play in front of 100, or if I play in front of 2, there's an audience of 1 getting 100% of what I can do.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. with the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Welcome back. Third quarter action about to begin here from Salem High School, Division III District Final. 16-9 Cardinal Mooney Cardinals currently leading the top seed 24-1 Springfield Tigers. Anthony Romo, Richie Giuliano on the call today. Richie, this was definitely not the first half we had expected coming into today.
No, it was not. Defensive battle, but in the end, Mooney, I thought, played really good defensively. As I mentioned in that second quarter, they did a great job denying the post. They're fronting every single forward down low, making these tough passes over the top for the Springfield offense. And at the end of the day, Mooney running that 2-3 zone. It's been stalling the progress of Springfield, has not let them get into a rhythm just yet. And we know how good Springfield could be when they get into that rhythm and they start knocking down 3-ball after 3-ball. But so far in this matchup, I think Mooney's done a great job of denying that.
And this is nothing that Coach Brink didn't expect. He had told me after the Garfield game that he knew that Mooney was going to play them very tough defensively. He knew that this was going to be one of the toughest, if not the toughest defense that they've played all year long, and they've played the likes of Poland and Ursuline this year. So this Mooney team definitely was given a lot of credit by Coach Brink coming in. He did not take this lightly. The Cardinals forced a turnover to start the half, and they get that one to go. Ever since Springfield was up 8-4 at the end of the first quarter, Cardinal Mooney has outscored them 14-4.
Yeah, this has been a terrific run by Cardinal Mooney. And another thing they've been doing, they've been running a little bit backcourt pressure. So it's throwing Springfield out their rhythm, and then they drop into this 2-3 zone. So it's all zone pressure right now by Cardinal Mooney.
Springfield hasn't been able to get into any fast breaks here really in the first half. Joyce's jumper from the baseline falls through. Maybe that's something that can jumpstart the Tigers here in the second half. Sometimes all you need to see is that ball to go through one time to heat the whole team up.
Yeah, I was going to say that. It's nice to see in the first two possessions, Mooney scores and Springfield scores, especially after that first half we had. Everybody was struggling from the field.
O'Brien in the corner. Pepperny now. Back out to Ashton O'Brien. 10 first quarter points for the Mooney sophomore. Hit that buzzer beater from the free throw line to end the first half. Springfield now staying in that man-to-man. Over to Pepperny in the corner, his three. No good. Rebound goes to Adam Wary. Mooney going to settle back into that 2-3 zone. Brungard over to Wary. Got to give a lot of credit to this Cardinal Mooney team, Richie. They came into today with a game plan. Brungard's three from the corner falls through. The Cardinals, they came in with a game plan here today, and they've been executing it to almost perfection so far. Pecchia dribbles it off his leg, out of bounds. It'll go back to Springfield. Maybe a little bit of momentum starting to swing.
Yeah, but to your point, Romo, talk about the first half defensively for Coach Palermo and his squad. I mean, the way they rotated, the way they switched off of screens, denied down low in the post, and the only sort of offensive rhythm that Springfield had in that first half was driving through the defense and able to dump it down low to Rothwell. That was the only green spot that was working for Springfield when you look at that 2-3 zone.
We saw Rothwell throw one down basically over two Mooney defenders back in that first quarter. 5:43 remains in our third quarter. Mooney on top by 1. Springfield on a 5-0 run. Joyce from the elbow. No good. Guerrero tries to save it into the hands of Hergenrother. Foul will be called on Bo Brungard.
And now you have two of the best Springfield players, Bo Brungard and Rothwell, who each have 2 personal fouls.
Of course, Mick Hergenrother on the court with 3 fouls for Mooney. Picked up those first 3 fouls within the first 3 minutes of the first quarter. Had to take a seat for the rest of the first quarter and a lot of the second. But Mooney hasn't had a team foul since. 3 ball from O'Brien. No good. Rebounded by Jacob Joyce. Adam Wary bringing across half court. Looking for Rothwell. Mooney continued to deny down low. Hergenrother, no look pass to Pepperny. 3 ball. No good. Last touch by Turner. It'll go back to the Tigers.
Prime example, again, Cardinal Mooney getting front of Alex Rothwell down low. And a great job by Drew Pecchia, the senior forward, who was able to poke his left wrist in there and knock it away from Alex Rothwell and deny that pass underneath.
Brungard gets it over to Rothwell, back out to Wary. Nice find to Joyce, little give and go. Rothwell's second chance opportunity goes through. Springfield retakes the lead at 19-18. 4:31 remains in our third quarter. 10 points now for Alex Rothwell. Another foul will be called on the Tigers. And that foul will be called on Brungard. That'll be his third. Turner from the corner, no good. Rebound goes to Pecchia. Mick Hergen-Rothwell will now pull it back out. Mooney won the first 4 minutes of today's ball game without scoring. Then they really turned it up in the second quarter. The Cardinals now continuing to slow the game down. Coach Palermo, great game plan coming into today. He knew he was going to have to slow this high-paced Springfield offense down. He's done that so far. Travel will be called on the Cardinals. Cardinal Mooney, or Springfield this year, only one game on the season under 55 points, and that came last game against Garfield, where they won 53-28, sitting at about 3:46 left in the third quarter, only having 19 points. I think it's safe to say the Tigers may not get to that 55 mark here tonight.
I think you're right, unless they just start knocking them down like we've seen from Wary all season long. The one game we did, he almost had 40 points in that single game. So, I mean, it's possible, but the way Mooney defensively has played, I mean, doing a terrific job denying the post.
Pepperny, another three. That one goes through. Pepperny, he's had the looks, finally gets one to fall. The Cardinals retake the lead. 3:13 remaining here in our third quarter. Wary over to Brungard. On the baseline to Rothwell. And a travel will be called.
Nothing has been easy down low for the post players of Springfield. And I'm going to say this over and over again until they start getting some productivity down low. I mean, even if they get it down there, Mooney's immediately doubling, making things very difficult for the post players of Springfield.
Now, blocking foul will be called on Gardner. I thought the ball handler may have slipped, but regardless, foul called on Gardner. That'll be his first, third team foul on Springfield. We've seen multiple Springfield comebacks this season. I think this game may rank above the rest if they're able to come out of this game with a victory. Mooney has done something to Springfield that has not happened to them all season long. This Tigers team can usually score at their own will, but today it's been extremely tough. Pecchia trying to go to work on Rothwell. Shot blocked by Jake Joyce. Wary guarded heavily by Turner.
Oh, it looks like they're going to call a kickball violation against Mooney. So that must have occurred before the Cardinals had the basketball and had possession.
Brungard will be the inbounder from the baseline. Over to Wary, his three ball. No good, off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound falls back to Alex Rothwell. Brungard will pull it out, approaching 2 minutes remaining in our third quarter. Packed house here at Salem. District final. Rothwell. I'm going to say the foul occurred before the shot. That's Mooney's first team foul since the first quarter. That'll be the first one on Pecchia. Brungard will inbound yet again. Nice find to Joyce. He'll lay that one in just over the front of the rim. We're all tied up at 21. Nice find on the other end. Pepperny too strong on the gimme. Springfield coming the other way. Gardner back out to Wary. Over to Brungard. Cross court pass to Gardner, his three. No good. Offensive rebound to Brungard, and a foul will be called on Ashton O'Brien. That one actually called on Hergenrother. My apologies. That'll be his fourth. Inbound to Rothwell, and another foul will be called on Pecchia this time. Hergenrother staying on the court with 4 fouls. It's honestly something that has to be done here in the district final. And I think something that's been so interesting here today, Richie, usually in these big-time games, it's the biggest plays that are stepping up on the biggest stage. Today, it's really been everyone else. Usually when you come in today, you look at Adam Wary or Bo Brungard, and then you look at Mick Hergenrother on the Springfield side. Wary and Brungard, they've combined for 7 points. Hergenrother from Mooney hasn't scored yet.
No, he has not. I mean, when you look at these big games, obviously you have Mick Hergenrother on one side who scores about 22 points per game. And then on the other side, I mean, you have Wary and Brungard who score close to 20 points per game every single night and hit about 5 or 6 threes. But today it's been Rothwell who's dominated a little bit down low when he's got the basketball in his hands. And then for Mooney, it's kind of just been a combined effort. Everybody's been pitching in.
Hergenrother will take a seat on the bench. James Campbell will check back in for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and Hergenrother's probably going to sit out for the rest of this third quarter. He's got 4 personal fouls.
Alex Rothwell at the line. 10 points here today. First shot, nothing but nylon. Point total up to 11. Second free throw. Rims in and out. Rebound goes to the Cardinals. Jackson Meno with the rebound. Campbell now will be the ball handler just inside half court. Over to Ashton O'Brien. Coach Palermo on all fours trying to get his play call out. Hard to hear here in Salem. Nice drive by Turner. Can't get that one to go. Rebound goes to Wary. And a foul will be called on Rocco Turner. That'll be the 4th team foul for Mooney. Those fouls quickly adding up for the Cardinals here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Mooney in their last couple of possessions, too, have had some really clean looks at the basket. Just haven't been able to finish at the rim.
Bo Brungard will take a seat for Springfield. Sean Guerrero back into the game. That was the first foul on Turner. Guerrero looking for Rothwell. Gets possession. Another foul, and he'll head back to the line. Alex Rothwell really showing up down low for Springfield. I think that's something that it takes. A lot of these passes still getting deflected. Mooney's getting their hands on the ball, but Rothwell just using his strength down low to really pull these in and force these fouls.
Well, it's something we saw in the first half, Romo. They weren't able to enter the basketball down low to Alex Rothwell because they were fronting him. It's a different look here in the second half when Springfield's been able to push the tempo, not allow Mooney to get into that 2-3 zone. They've been able to enter it down low.
Second free throw from Rothwell off the back iron. Tigers up by 1, 40 seconds remaining in our third quarter. Campbell over to Turner. Driving down the middle, swings it over. Cardinals really slowing the pace down now.
Yeah, it looks like they're just trying to play keep away, move the basketball in our final 20 seconds. Maybe try and get this final shot of this third quarter.
Mooney was up by 4 at the break. Springfield currently up by 1. Ball in the hands of Rocco Turner under 10 seconds to go in the third. Offensive foul will be called. That'll be the second on Turner. 6 seconds remaining in our third quarter. Ball will go back to the hands of the Tigers. We'll see if they can get a shot off. Mooney's going to go back to that full court 1-2-2. We'll see if Springfield can get a good look.
That's a great high IQ basketball play by Alex Rothwell. He knew the timing of the situation, knew Turner was going to try and get to the bucket and score with under 10 seconds left to play. And he was sitting there for a good 3-4 seconds before he took the hit.
Brungard checking back in. Down low to Rothwell at the horn. Just a little bit too strong. And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Don't go anywhere. An electrifying 8 minutes to go here from Salem. We'll be right back.
60 years ago, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods began with 3 siblings, a hand-set sawmill, and a few local orders. And while business has certainly changed over the years, what has not are our principles of hard work, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. At Baird Brothers, we're proud to put our name on the products we create, from moldings and doors to flooring and lumber. Thank you for 60 great years. We look forward to 60 more. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
Mill Creek Metro Parks invites you to join them for a second season of youth soccer, May 7th through June 18th. A 6-week program featuring 6 games plus a tournament at the Wick Recreation Area. 5, 7, 9, and 11U players can register now. Sign up and don't miss your chance to join a team. Youth soccer at Mill Creek Metro Parks. Call or register today at millcreekmetroparks.org.
Welcome back to Salem. 8 minutes remain here in the Division III District Finals. Springfield currently coming into the game at 24-1 versus Mooney, who has a record of 16-9. Tigers currently hold a 1-point advantage, 22-21. Mooney will control to start the fourth quarter. Mick Hergenrother back on the court for the Cardinals with 4 fouls.
Yeah, Hergenrother's got to be aware of that 4 on the scoreboard right now, although they've held him quiet offensively.
That one stolen by Wary. Alex Rothwell for Springfield, 11 points so far today. He has half of the Tigers' points here in today's district final.
Yeah, that's the key here in the fourth quarter for Springfield. Just like they did in the third quarter, find a way to get him some touches down low.
Jacob Joyce at the high post. Almost gets that one ripped away by Turner. Wary fader from the elbow. No good. Not the shot you want if you're Springfield. Now Mooney on the other end. Hergenrother with it. Yet to get on the scoreboard today. Ashton O'Brien for 3. No good. O'Brien 10 points here today. Did not score, though, in the third quarter. Brungard, nice find to Joyce, and he'll lay that one in. Lead up to 3 for Springfield. Rocco Turner now on the left wing. Both these teams winners of their district championships a year ago. Springfield defeating Pymatuning Valley, Cardinal Mooney defeating Waterloo. One of these teams' seasons will end today. The other will advance to the regional semifinal against Camel on Wednesday. O'Brien wide open from the corner, and he connects. We're all tied up at 24.
Yeah, and there's a difference in the Cardinal Mooney offense when Mick Hergenrother's on the floor. You can see his passing abilities there. No look pass into the corner. Beautiful dish by Hergenrother, and then they finish it off with a triple.
Brungard, Gardner, Wary, Joyce, and Rothwell, the 5 on the court for Springfield. Hergenrother, Turner, Pecchia, O'Brien, and Menno, the 5 on the court for Mooney. Rothwell saves that one. Over to Wary. Steps back, 3 ball. No good. Rebound to Jacob Joyce. That one goes out of bounds. Last off of Pecchia. Springfield will inbound from the baseline.
I think Wary's trying to force too many shots. He's not used to not scoring too many baskets in a ball game, and he's trying to catch up here in the fourth quarter.
Only 2 points today for Adam Wary. And a foul will be called before the inbounds. That'll be the 3rd foul on Pecchia. As you had said, we covered a game earlier this year, Ursuline against Springfield, where he had 19 points in the fourth quarter alone. I believe he ended that game with 37. That was one of the best games in the history of this Tigers program. Bo Brungard and Adam Wary outscored Ursuline, I believe it was 37-22 in the fourth quarter. Those were the only two that got on the scoreboard for Springfield, elevated them to victory. They trailed by as many as 11 in the fourth quarter. Jacob Joyce now at the line for Springfield.
Yeah, Mooney's getting themselves in a bad position here. They've got 18 fouls with 5:44 left to play in our fourth quarter.
Timeout called on the court. We'll take one as well. 5:44 remains. We'll see who will be the district champion.
Coca's Pizza, always supporting our community and our local athletes. Stop in on game day or score big and have it delivered right to your door. Check out our daily specials at cocaspizza.com. That's Coca's Pizza, we serve it hot.
5:44 remains here in the fourth quarter. Jacob Joyce misses the front end of the 1-and-1 for Springfield. They'll be in the bonus from here on out. All tied up. Cardinal Mooney looking to play the upset role here today in Salem against the 24-1 number 1 seed Springfield Tigers. Anthony Romo, Richie Giuliano on the call from Quaker Country. Nice find down low to Pecchia, and he'll give the Cardinals the lead. Springfield racing down the other end. Brungard can't get that one to go. Another rebound for Rothwell, and he'll convert. Alex Rothwell having the game of his life here today in the district final. We're all tied up at 26. Turner now, guarded by Shondell Gardner. Springfield student section starting to get loud. Getting the whole Springfield faithful into it. Pecchia over to Hergenrother. Nice find down low to Pecchia. He gets that one to go through.
I'll tell you, Mick Hergenrother, as a point guard, putting on a clinic passing the basketball. I don't know how he fit that one in such a tight window, but they've taken advantage every time Hergenrother's been able to dish it away.
Back and forth we go here in Salem. Brungard takes the Joyce screen. Now over to Wary. Another three. They'll be fouled shooting that one. He'll head to the line. Adam Wary only 2 points here today. Probably saying, finally, I get an easy chance at a shot. Mooney's been guarding him so heavily all day long. And that'll be 5 on Hergenrother. He's done.
Yeah, that's sad to see. A senior, a guy that's given so much to this program, and he's got to sit down and watch the final 4:18 left to play with his team only leading by 2. That's just very sad to see, you know, as a basketball fan and as a person in general.
First free throw from Wary goes through. Springfield now down by 1. Second free throw off the back iron.
They've left a lot of points at the free throw line here in the second half, Romo, and they're going to have to clean this up pretty quick. 9 fouls against Cardinal Mooney, so the next foul, they're going to be shooting 2 the rest of the way.
Springfield had the first 3 fouls here in the second half. Ever since then, it's been 9 on Mooney, and a foul will be called on Brungard after the shot, so that'll be his 4th.
Yeah, when you got such a big frame of Bo Brungard, he might not have thought that he hit him very hard, but, I mean, there's not too many guys that take a hit from Bo Brungard and stay on their feet.
Yeah, we're all tied up at 28. 4:12 remains now in the ball game. Mooney without Hergenrother for the rest of the way. O'Brien guarded by Joyce. It's been a defensive clinic from both sides here today. Turner driving inside, right-handed layup, no good, rebounded by Rothwell. Springfield now with a chance to retake the lead.
Ooh, Shondell Gardner got away with a double dribble there.
Now he's going to take a 3-ball off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Ashton O'Brien. Mooney now pushing the other way, something that they haven't done much here today. We see why they did it right here. Jackson Menno gives the Cardinals the lead. Usually that's something that you'd see Springfield try to do, but instead it's Mooney on the push. Coach Brink will call a timeout. We'll stay right here. 3:18 remains in our fourth quarter. Ashton O'Brien, the leading scorer for Mooney with 13. Alex Rothwell, the leading scorer for Springfield with 13 of his own. Other than them two, it's been hard to reach the cup for both teams. We saw Menno just score right there. Those were his first 2 points. Jack Pecchia has 6 for Mooney. And Rocco Turner has 6 for the Cardinals as well. For Springfield, Adam Wary has 4. Bo Brungard has 5, and Jake Joyce has 6, besides Rothwell's 13.
Yeah, we're
Those
set
are the
up
only
for another
4
classic.
scores for Springfield here today.
Yeah, this has been such a fun ball game to watch. I mean, from the get-go, it started off a little bit slow. After one quarter, it was only 8-4, but, you know, since then, the pace has picked up. Some teams have hit some really big shots here in the second half, and, you know, this is going to be another instant classic for the Springfield Tigers. They somehow find themselves in these close situations in almost every single big game. And, you know, I hate to say this, knock on wood here, but they usually end up on the right side.
They're battle-tested.
They are battle-tested. That's a good word there.
This is exactly a polar opposite for us as well. Just the other night, we were in Boardman doing Poland Chardon. Neither team could miss.
Yeah.
Now here today, neither team can really make a shot until the fourth quarter. We return to action. Bo Brungard with it, guarded by James Campbell. Mooney running that 2-3 zone. And a backcourt violation will be called on Jake Joyce. Sean Guerrero will check in for the Tigers.
Yeah, I think the only reason it's an over and back violation is because Joyce established possession in the front court and then went over the line into the backcourt off the touch. If he just lets that go into the backcourt, it's not over and back.
Turner driving inside, gets that one to go. Lead up to 4 now for Mooney. 2 minutes, 50 seconds remain in the fourth quarter. Tigers get it in the front court. Gardner over to Wary. Going through the double team, and a foul will be called. That'll send Wary to the line. Foul will be called on Rocco Turner. That'll be his 3rd. So some big free throws here for Springfield. They've struggled from the line throughout the ball game here today. 2 big ones coming up. First one rims out for Adam Wary. .238 remains. 10 team fouls for Mooney, 4 for Springfield. Second free throw. Rims out as well. Guerrero back tap out to Wary. Springfield will get another chance. He just throws that one up. Rebound goes to Turner. Mooney can really slow it down here and put a lot of pressure on the Tigers. Rocco Turner with it, guarded by Shondell Gardner. Back out to O'Brien. Looked like he wanted to pull there at first. Down low now to Rocco Turner, approaching 2 minutes to play. That layup no good, rebounded by Alex Rothwell. Coach Brink pleading for his team to push it up the court. Brungard gets O'Brien to jump, over to Guerrero, blocked by Ashton O'Brien in the corner. Great recovery by the Mooney sophomore. Blew by Brungard, recovered, sent Guerrero's shot into the cinder block. Inbound to Rothwell now. 1:53 remains in the fourth quarter. District championship on the line. Brungard driving baseline, blocked. Pecchia gets the rebound. Timeout called by the Cardinals.
What a play by Pecchia, and how about the awareness of Jackson Menno, who's going to call a timeout for his teammate, knew that Pecchia was in some trouble on the floor, and Coach Brink's trying to argue that Pecchia has to call that timeout. Menno, his teammate, is the one that called it, and they give it to him. What a play by both Pecchia, who dives on the floor, gets a loose ball, and then also Menno is able to call the timeout.
We'll take a quick break. Wild ending coming up here from Salem.
Stunning, stylish, and skillfully built, bring home the time-honored craftsmanship of Amish-made furniture at Sheely's. Proudly built in Ohio's Amish country, we carry some of the best quality Amish brands to bring you these handcrafted pieces. From different wood species to a variety of hardware options and hand-rub finishes, when you buy a piece of Amish furniture from Sheely's, you're buying an heirloom piece to last your family a lifetime. Sheely's, the best things in life happen at home.
Welcome back. 1:37 remains in the fourth quarter. Mooney with the ball, up by 4. Ashton O'Brien will inbound from the baseline. Gets it into Campbell. Got to get it in the front court. Pepperny does. The number 1 seeded Springfield Tigers in a lot of trouble late in this one. Turner back out. Mooney playing keep away. Menno has to pick his dribble up, and a foul will be called on Shondell Gardner. That's only the 5th team foul for Springfield here in the second half. Still 2 fouls away from putting Mooney in the bonus. 1:13 remains in the fourth quarter. Springfield gonna have to force a turnover. Wary picks the pocket of Campbell, picks his dribble back up. Turner gets it back in the front court, 3-on-1. The Cardinals, though, so disciplined, back it out in the hands of O'Brien. And he's fouled by Rothwell.
Yeah, that's a really smart play there by Cardinal Mooney. They had the 3-on-2, like you said. Probably could have went up for a contested layup. Instead, they peel it back out beyond the perimeter and drain another 10 seconds off the clock.
Brandon Price will check in. Brungard will sit on the bench with those 4 fouls.
Yeah, and
Tigers back to a little bit of offense-defense here.
Yeah, they want Price in for the defense, and they want him to get the foul, but Wary's going to get it off the ball against Campbell.
That'll be the 7th team foul. Brungard will check right back in for Price. That'll send Campbell to the line. 57.9 seconds remain. 1-and-1. Front end from Campbell. Off the back of the rim. Rebound goes to Gardner. Springfield, they're going to have to push it. Trailing by 4. Ball over to Wary. Now Brungard, 3-ball. Way short. Rebound to Sean Guerrero. Hits the ground, and a travel will be called. .1 seconds remain. Ashton O'Brien will be the inbounder. Pepperny back to O'Brien. He hits the floor. No travel called. Same exact call that was on Guerrero. Mooney still has to get it in the front court now. Last touch by Rothwell, and it'll go out of bounds.
Yeah, and Coach Brink trying to argue on that far bench that, hey, that's the same exact call that you called on us when we went to the floor, and he's reenacting what just happened over there. Coach Brink going to be in the next movie.
36.5 seconds now remaining in the fourth quarter. Mooney this year, we said coming in, they're 13-2 on the year when holding opponents under 50 points. Springfield in a territory that they have been far from this year only scoring 28 points here today. Only had one game this year scoring under 55. The Tigers in deep trouble. 36.5 seconds remaining. Mooney's doing this without Mick Hergenrother, so the Tigers should be thankful. If Hergenrother is still in the game, it'd be a completely different scenario getting the ball in the front court.
Yeah, and I think Mooney has done a terrific job without Mick Hergenrother, their senior guard. With this high up-tempo pressure, they've handled themselves really well, stayed cool, calm, and collected, have not turned the ball over. Now Springfield still does have 36.5 seconds to wreak some havoc on this Cardinal Mooney offense.
O'Brien, the inbounder. Gets it in the corner to Pepperny, and a foul will be called.
Yeah, Pepperny in the right spot at the right time. If that goes off of Turner's hands, that ball's out of bounds. But Pepperny was just in the corner standing there. And luckily for Mooney, they get the break, and then Pepperny's going to go to the line as well.
He'll head to the line. Mooney's still in the 1-and-1. We've talked about Springfield so much today. You got to remember, this Mooney team, defending district champs themselves. So they know how to play here in these district finals, and they obviously know how to play their type of basketball. Front end from Pepperny. Nothing but net. Pepperny, a senior. Cool as ice from the line. Lead up to 5. Second one from Jack Pepperny. Off the front of the rim, rebounded by Alex Rothwell. Springfield needs to push it. Brungard over to Wary. Shot blocked. Saved into the hands of Pepperny. And Mooney will get it in the front court. Turner gets that one to go. Lead up to 7, 20 seconds remain. Wary pulls up. In and out. Rebound to Rothwell. And one with 12.4 remaining. Down to a 5-point ball game. Pecchio will check back in for Pepperny. Alex Rothwell at the line looking to get it back down to a 4-point game. Good. 35-31 your score, 12.4 seconds remain. Coach Palermo will call a timeout.
Yeah, what a job Mooney has done executing down the stretch here with under a minute left to play. Springfield did all they could to try and confuse and discombobulate this Cardinal Mooney offense, but as I mentioned in the last time out, they stayed calm and collective, and right now they have the 4-point advantage with 12.4 seconds left to go, and they could win this ball game at the free throw line.
It's been a back and forth game, even though we haven't had too much scoring. Mooney trailed by 4 at the end of the first and outscored Springfield 12-4 in the second quarter to take a 16-12 lead at the break. Then Springfield came back, had a big third quarter to lead by 2. After that, then it's been all Mooney here in the fourth quarter, outscoring Springfield 14-8.
And the Tigers going to bring in some defensive guys and hope that they could get a foul off. Although they only have, oh, never mind, they got Rothwell sitting in the front court. I was going to say they only have 4 guys on the floor.
Dylan Sheely now into the game for Springfield. O'Brien will be the inbounder. Gets it into Turner. Foul called on Gardner with 11.2 seconds left.
So the pressure's still on the young sophomore and Rocco Turner. 9 fouls against Springfield. That's still in the single bonus. I mean, we saw that miraculous comeback by Chardon against Poland. They were down by 6 with under 30 seconds left to play. Springfield's only down by 4 with 11.2, and we know the three-point abilities by the Tigers.
1-and-1 here from Turner. First shot. Rims in.
That's big time there by Turner.
That's huge. Lead back up to 5. Second free throw now. Good. Wasting no time from the line. Rothwell gets it into Brungard. Pass stolen, and that'll do it. Rothwell will foul in the corner, but Cardinal Mooney will defend their district championship here today in Salem, stunning the number 1 seeded 24-1 Springfield Tigers.
Yeah, and that Mooney bench is just going wild right now. Rightfully so. They came in as the underdog. Nobody thought they were going to win this ball game, coming in at 16-9 against a Tiger team who only lost 1 game all year. The more experienced team, and on paper, the better team. But give credit to Cardinal Mooney and Coach Palermo. They came out, they had a game plan, they executed that game plan, and without their leading scorer, Mick Hergenrother, who was battling foul trouble from start to finish in this ball game.
Jackson Menno at the line. The Cardinals will advance to play the Camel Memorial Red Devils in the regional semifinals on Wednesday. Brungard pulls up, rims out. That's just how the day has went. Cardinal Mooney, your 2022 Division III district champions. Back-to-back for head coach Kerry Palermo. What a day for this school. Richie Mooney, as you had said, underdogs coming into today, did what they had to do to take down this Springfield team. And the Mooney faithful erupts. That'll do it. Here from Salem, Springfield season comes to an end with a record of 24-2. They say goodbye to one of the best senior classes that this Springfield program has had, and Bo Brungard, Adam Wary, Jacob Joyce, and Alex Rothwell. Saying so long from Salem. Mooney, your Division III district champions by a score of 38-31.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports Network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.